Just give me the mic. What's up, everyone? How you doing? We got ourselves another recorded game. Today, we've got... I'll tell you what, this one's going to be an absolute banger. And the reason I wanted to cast this one is because you've seen the thumbnail, okay? I just want to show you how insane House of Trastamara is. That's not an indication of who wins this game or who loses this game. But my God, I have never seen the power of House of Trastamara used quite like this. Normally, I see Robrot, you know, the best Spanish player in the game, use it, and he uses it after generally shipping a few cards and whatnot. But my God, does Opti, aka Howrang, my God, does he use it in the most like powerful way I've ever possible. Like, almost every card in Age 3 has been used. But I'm not going to spoil it. You'll just have to wait and see. I even wrote down at what point he uses that card just to make sure we keep an eye on it. I try to never spoil the end of the game, so I don't know who wins and who loses. So that's going to be a nice surprise for me. But I do know that I'm going to keep an eye on that House of Trastamara card because, my God, if I say House of Trastamara one more goddamn time, you'll probably stop watching the video. But we've got Kevin versus Opti. Let's see if we can see some Opti magic today. Seen him on the channel plenty of times before. I think the most recent thing he did, he was playing Portugal, and he used those Lipka Tatar type units, which are just insane in the right hands. But he's playing Spain today. Let's have a look at Kevin's deck, see what he's going to be doing here. So we do have Fatorius, Economic Theory, pretty standard. Does have no schooners, but he does have Portuguese White Fleet, which is not a very good card, but in the right situation, it can be good. So maybe it's more like a ship 1k wood and then put down a load of docks. And is he going for Economic Theory first card? Is that a mistake? Wow. Shipping Economic Theory first card as opposed to Fatorius, which might tell me he's going to be doing some Age 2. I actually can't remember. I was fast-forwarding through this game. I can't actually remember what he does. So normally I would presume that if you're not going for Fatorius, that's because you're not going to get an early free TCs, which is obviously which would be the biggest benefit. Oh, is Kevin going to go down? Oh, wow. Opti steals the treasure, then steals his bitch. Holy crap. Talk about having a bad day, and Kevin is not going to be happy about that. And that was a 400 food. So that's a huge treasure. Absolutely huge treasure. Things like that can swing games at this level. The natives on this map today are Oldenburg and House of Vaza. So Kevin, Economic Theory first card. Maybe we'll see some water play. Let's have a look at Opti, aging up at similar times. No starting TP for ports, which their 10-10 at the moment is definitely their strongest build. But a lot of these top players like to disagree with me, and rightly so, because I am just some lowly noob that doesn't know what he's talking about. And interesting, Spain are going for a very early Vaza play here. And this is classic Opti. He doesn't play by the rules. And that's why we call it the Opti Sui Magic. The Opti Magic. Because he does his own builds. He doesn't care about meta. He doesn't care what other people are doing. He does his own builds, his own magical builds. And my God, is he good at it. Looks like we will probably... He's macroing for it as well. Yeah, look at that. 4 minutes. He's clicking on the Hanseatic League. It's basically 4 villagers. It's basically 4 villagers when they're on a gold mine, especially if they get around some trees, some wood trickles as well. Looks like he's going to be taking them over here, where there probably will be a couple of wood trickles. So, yeah, very good. People like to go for that early Hanseatic League. It's very, very strong. I like to go for it with Spain as well. But usually I like to use the 700 wood to get it first. But Opti getting it super early. It's going to be nice. Going to be nice. Nice. Okay. 700 wood coming in. 700 wood coming in next. Let's get a church down. A church, really? And my eyes do not deceive me. Opti actually hasn't gone for a starting TP. Instead, he went for starting hunting dogs by the looks of it, which is not something you see every day. Like, the meta has always been get that starting TP with Spain. But okay, 5 villagers coming in. He's so greedy. He does these such greedy builds, even putting down a stable now. So probably going to see, he's not going for 700 gold yet. So looks like we're going to see a semi Hussar. And Opti likes doing this with Spain. Look at this. Look at this build. It's so weird and wonderful. It's almost like he's playing a team game. He's doing a team build. Let's go have a look at Kevin. Kevin also doing something off meta. Wow, look at this. Already getting a stable and a barracks down with double TC pumping. Putting down a dock now as well. Oh, and I thought Opti was being greedy. Kevin going for the super greed. Not sure what he intends to do. Maybe put some pikes down. Does Kevin see? Kevin hasn't explored any part of this map. His explorer did die, and it still hasn't been brought back yet. Looks like he built a TP here with a villager, which feels quite bad. Look at this. Adding in some... Oh, wow. Adding in some boats there as well. Just spamming them boats in. Opti now going for a TP. Kevin's going to see those 5 Hussars, and he's not going to be able to get 5 Hussars out. Not especially when he's essentially triple raxing now. Triple TC pumping with the dock and double TC. But he will be able to get a few out. If he gets a house up in time, he does. Oh, we might lose a villager here. That's unfortunate. It's so easy to not see villagers. Because of this map, it's like almost like the villagers, because of all of the white, you get that, like, you know, like snow blindness, which is an actual thing. It's almost like you get snow blindness playing Age of Empires 3DE if you've got high graphics on, especially if you have that glare option. And look, villagers can very easily be not found in this kind of camouflage background. But Opti picks up a villager, so not bad. And he doesn't even lose 1 Hussar. He does lose quite a bit of HP on a couple of them, but that's pretty good. Can't ask for much better than that. Not losing a single Hussar. Wow, making another 5 on top of that. Kevin not queuing anything just yet, but he does have access to double Minutemen. And Opti aging behind this. So he went for that 5 vills and then 700 gold behind it. Ooh, there was a dog there around the back that Kevin saw. What's this explorer going to be doing here? Almost has the big button for the House of Arza, and that's one of the benefits of getting the native settlements so early, is that you'll be surprised that the big button comes around quite quickly, and the House of Arza big button is quite nice for that extra little boost. And even though he's aging, he's still making more Hussars. Wow, look, 5, 5, 4 sets of Hussars. That's going to take him to a grand total of 14. That is pretty impressive, considering he's halfway through aging up to 3. He's got insane eco already with the torps, the 5 villagers, still traps. Now he's on double TP. No doubt we'll see some stagecoach at some point as well. He's such a greedy player, but pulls it off. And he's going to have to be greedy. Wow. And on top of all of this, he's stacked 2 shipments. Wow. There's the big button. I imagine we'll see him use it quite early. He does have enough to stagecoach. Is he going to decide to get stagecoach early, or is he going to decide to get veteran Hussar tech early? I would probably be looking at getting the veterancy quite early. It would time quite nicely with the next batch that's being built. Big button for Vaza would be nice now as well, just to kind of boost that up. What's he going to decide to go for? 1k wood is the first. He's so greedy. He's put a barracks down now, and he's starting to make some skirmishes. Egypt's coming for Kevin as well. He's going to be trying to take some of that right side of the map. Placer mines coming in. Look at that massive 23 Hussars. It looks like he aged up with Hussars, 4 Hussars as well. And this poor explorer, he's not going to be long for this world once again. She's going to die twice. Cats do have 9 lives, though. And can this feline have 9 lives? Because she is a feline. Hiya, look at that. Yeah, I bet you're going to stand over that body. If you know what I mean. But Kevin, all with the flick of the wrist, coming in hard with the veteran goons. And that is a nice counter. And on top of this marvelous year coming in behind the 1k wood. So even though Opti's being pressured like this, he's still being super greedy. No veterancy Hussars just yet. Scores are very, very close. In go the Hussars now with the timing of the Minutemen. Is it going to be enough, though? Are we going to see a big batch of skirms come in as well? Nice, and I think with that batch of skirmishes, that's going to be enough to deter this batch of goons. But nice little push there by Kevin. Did show his hand. Wow, and look at this. Amalgamation coming in. It's so greedy. I love that jingle. I love that jingle. And Talanis or any of the other devs, if you're listening, that's the one thing I want from any DLCs. I want more jingles or patches. Just give us more jingles, more cards with more jingles. That's one of my favorite changes, is the different little jingles that different cards give. Marvelous Year had one. We've just heard the Vaza big button. Yeah, I absolutely love those changes, and I think it gives a really nice kind of uniqueness to cards and civilizations. Look at this, already Cavalry Cuirass at 11.5 minutes coming in to... I mean, he's getting Cavalry Cuirass before he even gets Veterancy Hussars. That is interesting. 9 Rodoleros coming in now. So he's going to go mass of, by the looks of it, Skirm Rod Hussar. That's a scary comp. In comes Veteran Hussars now. He heard me. Didn't take kindly to what I said. No Stagecoach yet, though. Is this TC going to go down? It's not. The goons get a nice sniping against the Explorer there. Again, scores very, very close. We've got an interesting mass of about 4 or 5 boats there. 37 Vils for Opti. 50 Vils for Ports. Very, very close population space, though. 3 organ guns coming in behind this. This could be a problem, but with Rodoleros and Hussars, even you're going to need a lot of goons. You're probably going to need to mix in some kind of melee meat shield like halberdiers or pikemen as well. But with some good micro, maybe, you know, plant in the 3 organ guns just here and use this tree line as your shield. That could be really... That's what I would be thinking. I'd be using this tree line here to put a really, really difficult choke point in for my opponent. 3 organ guns coming in at a really nice time here. Those villagers are trying to build a TC, and no. They're not going to get that built, Sunshine. 3 organ guns are going to smash. And organ guns, not as good as falconets, but they're better at different things. Organ guns are better at killing infantry than falconets. Oh, but villagers are up for grabs as well, and that's another thing organ guns do better. Oh, manages to just get out of the line of sight, or the range of those organ guns, and that was very, very risky. Those villagers could have been very, very deaded. Managed to run away. Scores now, neck and neck. Kevin bringing it back. Kevin also getting his own House of Vaza. Hanseatic League has come in for him as well. It looks like they are over here. So both these players getting that greedy Vaza. It's a very, very good tech. It only costs about 500 resources plus the 200 to get the TP. So about 700 resources. And you get essentially 4 villagers. It's quite expensive when you think about it. But, you know, plus you get a big button every so often. So it's pretty nice. Looks like it's go time for Opti. And all these organ guns, they are going to get slaughtered there. Just up for grabs. Cazador's coming in at a really bad place. They're going to get sandwiched by the Rodoleros and Hussars, and that's not what you want to happen. But there's a lot of goons here. Villagers are there tanking as well. So a 3 villager pull, so you're going to have to be very cautious about how he micros his units. Rodoleros and Hussars just get absolutely eaten up by settler pulls just because you generally attack move with those melee units. And it makes it very, very difficult to micro. He's going to be backing up with the skirms. The goons are going to do a good job there. He's going to go raiding, though. He's going to be picking up a few villagers as well. There's 1, 2, 3, I think. More goons coming in. Oh, we're going to see some more. No. Oh, some... He's going to lose a few villagers. Is it going to be worth it, though? Yes, the goons are going to be cleaning up here. Castadors are taking on skirms. We've got fights going on everywhere. Kevin, by the looks of the score, Kevin came out that massively on top, even though he'd lost his organ guns almost for free. These Hussars are very expensive. Don't forget, they cost 400 for the veterancy tech as well. So to lose most of these Hussars is kind of painful. Kevin wants to take out as many of these as possible. Opti going for the trap, though, with the Rodaleros. So smart play by him, coming in from the rear. That's what she said. But does he have anything to come from the front? And that's not going to be enough. He's going to need a huge batch of Rodaleros coming in from somewhere else. Look at this. All of the Hussars, apart from that lowly Hussar on 111 HP, go down. Got some raiding going on back here, but Kevin's going to kind of counter that as well. Skirmishes coming in. They obviously counter Dragoons, but is there going to be enough of them? Dragoons are faster as well, and he gets away with it. So fantastic trade there for Kevin. Portugal coming in with Constable. So maybe either a Halberdier or a Hussar switch from him. I imagine it will be a Hussar switch. Now Tarkiln's also coming in for him. Does have the golden Liberty card as well, which is tech, which is pretty good. All units cost -5%. More of a late game tech. But the quicker you get it, the more benefit you'll get. Hussar tech coming in now as well for veterancy and an artillery foundry. I feel like maybe organ gun goon is probably really good play here. Two Falconets now popping for Opti. Still making Hussars. Still making Rodaleros. And if there's one thing that's scary, the composition that is always scary with Spain is that Rodalero Lancer. It looks like he's kind of going Rodalero Hussar instead. Two Falcons coming in, but they are going way too aggressive. And he's got just that huge mass that they one-hit the Falconets, and that's beautiful. It's going to cost him some snaring with the Rodaleros and Hussars, but I don't think it's going to be enough. These goons are just going to be able to kite forever here. And these Rodaleros do enough damage to them. There are some decent skirms in the back as well that are going to rain down. They got that bonus versus 2.5 bonus versus light cavalry. That goon mass is noticeably dwindled right now. So it looks like this is taking its toll. Nice, using these Hussars as a distraction here. A bit of a meat shield. More Rodaleros coming in. 64 villagers. 64 villagers for ports right now, which is pretty tasty. He's still got his free TCs. He doesn't have Praetorius, though. 64 compared to 50 vills for Spain. Don't forget, he had Marvelous Year for a long time. He's got capitalism as well. And look at this. The Rodaleros just aren't dying. Just reinforcing batches. Really taking their toll. Skirms as well. Doing a lot of damage. This is a really close fight. Oh, but look at that. 4 organ guns. Out of nowhere. More villagers dying, though. Kevin looking like he's just about cleaned up. More Rodaleros coming in. Or even a fort going down here. Where's that come from? And that's for Kevin. Interesting fort placement there. It's actually really genius placement because it would definitely secure the map with the resources on this side, which Opti desperately needs right now. Opti being super annoying with just raiding units. Rodaleros and skirms on melee. Running him around, buying himself lots of time there. No water play on anything from Opti. Already putting some mills down. Oh, he's going to find the fort, though, and the fort's only just gone down. I think that's going to go down. Lancers have half-decent siege. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Heartbreak Hotel. He really wanted that fort down. It's not game-losing, but it would have been really, really nice to really anchor himself in that side of the map. And fortunately for Opti, he was kind of going that way, heading that way. Probably saw it some line of sight from the TP as well. And was just there quicker than his opponent. 4 organs coming in, though. And those Rodelleros are very quickly going to have to back up, as are these villagers. Because if anyone's seen organ guns versus villagers, it's absolutely just human rights all over it. Oi! Look at that, and a quadruple kill after the first volley. But in comes, he's going to use those villagers kind of as a distraction, and it's going to work. Oh, 4 organ guns going down without doing very little damage to the army here. And that was actually a really nice trade for Opti. And look at this. Still has access to this gold mine. Still some herds left. But once those herds go down, it's going to be mills, mills, mills. Oh, we got another one. God, I feel so sophisticated when I hear that noise. Just want to sip my cup of tea with my little pinky up on my fine china and just play that little jingle over and over. We got a frigate. Going to be able to do some infrastructure damage here, but other than that, not really going to get a lot out of that card. Does secure the water, does know that he's not on the water himself, but it's a very expensive card. And no, again, Kevin, even though he's up in score, he's going to be losing more villagers here. That is not a good placed mill, I have to say. Wants to put them safely in his base. It's that sort of stage of the game where you want to kind of start putting some walls up, maybe some outposts as well. He's going to need to do something about these. He knows what he's going here, just pure Rodelleros almost. Maybe he needs to start adding some halberdiers. Triple rack skirm as well. Rodelleros, when you get such a huge mass of Rodelleros, they're so difficult to deal with because they just rock up on your face saying, come at me, bro. What are you going to do? I'm just going to click attack move and let the Rodelleros do what they want. It's very easy then to take small batches of Rodelleros to go and snare and to kind of flank your opponent as well. So yeah, so Rodellero is a very, very good unit in large masses. Church card coming in for Spain. Interesting. Does he have any other options? He does have the Caballeros, but that's not really that useful right now. Schooners. House of Trastamara is still there. And just you wait, guys. Just you wait. Does have a church. Opti on 53 villagers. He did lose a few villagers. But 70 villagers for Kevin, even though he's lost some. He's lost quite a lot right now. But he's on 3 TCs. He's not built much from the dock since the beginning of the game. Only made those 6 boats, but that's okay. Those 6 boats are just going to constantly be getting villagers. And now he's on 5 organ guns. And with the right micro, like, he could destroy half this mass of infantry in one volley. Interesting rendering plant. Just as I said, he's not made many boats. He now starts to do it again. Okay, now what's the micro going to be like? He needs to put an organ gun on a different Rodellero. He kills a few there, but not enough. Even if you're just damaging them. That was a good damaging volley. But look, Rodelleros are so fast. They just get in there so quickly. And oh my lord. Now it's just skirmishes to deal with against these goons. So the moment the organ guns go down, Kevin's looking... compositionally wise, it's not that great for him. Church card has come in. And if I'm not mistaken, Rodelleros have 264 HP. I believe he's used the, is it the Corset card? Or something from the church, which gives, I believe, heavy infantry like more HP, but I think it slows them down. So if he has used that card, that's an interesting 5.7 speed, but he might have done the drummer card as well. I really don't know. But slowing rods down seems bad, but offsetting it for more HP, I guess, means they're harder to kill. And if you're only making goons... And look at this. Opti being super cheeky now. Wants to take these torps down because he wants to get that gold mine all for himself. This gold mine only on 600 left. So he's kind of stealing this resource away from his opponent, Kevin. Kevin up to 76 villagers now. Making more boats as well. Bang, and look at that, 79. Now going to be 80. Wow. But can he make the right composition? That's what his goon's going to be enough here. Is organ gun goon going to be enough? At this point, I feel like organ gun, pure organ gun halberdier would be better. Or organ gun musketeer would be better now. Again, organ gun's getting a couple of volleys in, but they just can't do enough damage before the Rottleirers are so quick in their face. Now with all of that HP buff as well. So difficult to deal with. Opti on 59 villagers, but again, Kevin's got the advantage, the eco-wise. And there comes the House of Trastamara, and watch what this card does. This card is going to make it so much cheaper. And look at this. Look at this. He's only on 1,500 food. Is he going to get enough? He is. But this is the reason I want to show you. Look how fast that age up is. Look how insane that age up is. Almost instantly. It took him about less than 5 seconds to age up. And that is the main reason I wanted to show you this game. I saw that use. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I've never seen that card used with so many cards before it used. You guys must be thinking, surely he's hacking. Watch this card. It arrives fast itself, which is a huge bonus. And your next age up is not only cheaper, but it's faster the more shipments you have received in your current age. So because he was in age 3, the more cards he's used in age 3, age 2, and age 1 will benefit his age up, which is just... We get another little jingle there, and that's going to be the hot air balloon. The hot air balloon, we look at the line of sight from Opti. There it is, and look how much line of sight that gives him. So we can check out if there's any kind of units, any organ guns or any artillery in the way. So nice little advantage there. But that age up is just insane. Just insane. And with it comes the guard text for the Rottleiros. Look at these boys. Look how intimidating. They're such a cool little skin. Escalations, as they like to call them. .7 speed. But they now have 318 HP. 318 HP. That's more than a veteran Dragoon. And these units only cost 1 population slot. Ho, 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 ho. They are tanky. They are fast. They are dangerous. They're the Escalations. And I know I'm going to get flamed by my Spanish brothers in the YouTube chat for pronouncing that wrong, no doubt. Industrial Age comes in for Kevin now as well. And wow, look at this. In come the wild geese behind this. And that's going to be the Irish Briggs. And I think that cost about 1,500 food, which is very expensive. But he is going to get 12 wild goose from them. And look at this, Rottleiros coming in. Skirmishes are still veteran, but they're still going to do a decent amount of damage. Rottleiros are just so difficult to deal with. Like I said, he can just click attack move and flank with his opponents. 2 heavy cannons coming in, though. That's the great equalizer. Whoppa! And instantly going to back up because of this. You got to love those big boys. Couple of Lancers trying to do some raiding. There goes the 4th TC. 63 vills, though, for Spain. And Kevin will be near 99. And, oh, yes, I just saw him sell a load of food. In comes the Walloon guards. Walloons for the balloons. Well, we've seen balloons. We're seeing Walloons. We're seeing everything this game. And look at these bad boys. 4.75 speed. They normally have more than that. I think they have about 5 speed or maybe even more than that. He has used the church tech, which made heavy infantry slower. Slower, but tankier. We see like 4.29 speed for the Wild Goose here. But I think he's offset that somewhat by getting the military drummers tech from the Arsenal. So very nice. We see the balloons, and these guys hit like tanks. Look at this, 70 ranged attack. Even having a bonus in ranged versus cavalry, that's interesting. So they actually do more damage to cavalry at range than they do melee. Heavy cannons coming in now. Wild geese coming in from the right. We got Walloons coming in from the south. We got Rodoleros coming in from everywhere. Boom. And are the heavy cannons going to be enough here? Get your dragoons in there. You've got to protect these boys. Look, they're so tanky. The heavy cannons aren't killing them that quickly. And that's because of the HP buffs. Look at these 318 HP. The Walloon guards have 420 HP. And the heavy cannons go down just like that. Kevin can't catch a break. He's constantly having to kite. He's constantly having to baby feed, but spoon feed his micro here, which is so APM intensive. He can't do much else. Whilst Opti can just constantly attack move with everything. In comes a factory now. 64 villagers. Kevin's on 95 villagers. So once again, Kevin has the advantage eco-wise. But he's just making goons. He does have legion goons now. But I feel like he needs something else. Maybe he needs like I don't know how you deal with this, honestly. Halberdiers maybe, or musketeers. I don't think Cazadors is going to be good because Rodoleros will just eat them up as well. So he needs like a strong melee unit. He can't go Hussars because of the Rodoleros. So I feel like musketeers or halberdiers has to be the play here. Or maybe he gets down a saloon and tries to get lucky with a very good mercenary type unit. But look at these Walloon guys. Everything down to 81 villagers. Just like that, Kevin, run your villagers. You're leaving them for the slaughter, but these Legion Dragoons, as a really good unit as they are, they just can't kill these units quick enough. Oh, and villagers just going to the slaughterhouse. 72 villagers down to 69. I saw. Nice. Oh, God, and I just hear the female screams. Down to 65. No, Kevin, you're still up in score. You was winning this. The eco, you just couldn't make the right units. And, oh, no, I honestly, I would have just revolted. Get those revolutionary Portugal, the revolutionaries, I think it's the South America revolt. I can't remember which one it is, what it's called now. The revolutionaries that Peru. That's it. I honestly would have just gone Peru, get that grenade tech, and just try and make heavy cannons from your factories. And I think that would have been your best bet, honestly, because having to switch and tech into halberdiers would have been very expensive. And I get this is, you know, look at these Walloon guards, man. Like 420 HP. Goons just can't kill them very effectively. And he's down to 46 villagers. Kevin, just like that, in one big fell swoop, looking on top. But just like that, he's trying to make Cazadors, but he's got guard Cazadors. I don't think that's the right tech. Yeah, I think, honestly, just he almost had 99 vills. I think just, you know, that 99 overpop with the revolt would have just been too difficult for his opponent to deal with. And he's still just trying to kite, but he can make as many Rodoleros as quickly as they die. And I think with that, this is the power of Rodoleros with all of the techs, with all of the cards. Look at this, 318 HP. He doesn't even have all of the Rodolero cards, I don't think. He shipped a couple of them, but they can still get stronger. Still got these wild goose flocking to the factory. And now he's just overrun. He's getting his second factory out, but too little, too late, I think. Oh, no, that's Opti, sorry. And I think with that, we will shortly see GG. There it is. What a fantastic game. Kevin with both of these guys had crazy H2 builds. I really liked it. Kevin going for that early, not going for Fatorius, but he went for Economic Theory instead. And Opti doing some Opti magic with the Hanseatic League Torps. Look at this. Torps still gathering. The Torps, 4 Torps, almost just got all of this gold mine the entire game. So just consistent resources from those Torps the entirety of the game. Even one torp on 0.25 wood and one on 1.1. Fantastic, fantastic resource gathering there. That Raphael was didn't really get much from that card, which is a bit unfortunate. And yeah, just like that, Opti with the fantastic build there. But Kevin had the advantage. Look at that, reaching 99 villagers. Imagine if we saw a Peru revolt at that stage, or whatever the other revolts are. Just something, maybe even like the Colombia one. Just independence guards. Just something to tank those Rodoleros. And unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. All resources very close all game as well. Look at that. Kevin just overtaking near the end. But that House of Trastamara card, that is going to be on the thumbnail. That was just almost an instant age up into age 4. Absolutely cool as fuck card there. I just wanted to show you guys that card and the power. And that is why you should always have House of Trastamara. Those games that go very late into the age 3, you ship that card, you get an instant age 4. And it was a lot cheaper as well. Probably about 1,400 food and about 800 gold. So yeah, not only is it cheaper, it's so much faster as well. Guys, hope you enjoyed that one, and I will catch you guys in the next game. Peace.